Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to the Match Fishing YouTube channel. Just giving you a nice wide shot. Look at this that's in front of us today. We're at Patshull Park. Matt Powell.
It don't get much better than this, mate, does it?
Certainly doesn't. What a lovely place to be for the day.
I know, it's absolutely stunning. Absolutely love this venue. And it's full of special fish for me. Just full of fish. Well, you've seen it yourself all today. It's absolutely solid. Which is, what today is all about. Catching loads of fish and putting it through its paces.
And it's about adapting your approach as well, isn't it? Because you come here with a plan to catch like bigger skimmers and bream.
Yeah. Obviously, when we spoke about it, it was where can we go, Matt, where we can catch bream and skimmers. Patsull's renowned for massive bream and skimmers, but unfortunately they've been catching them on the big rod up against the snags on the far bank. Yeah,
way over there.
Which is where the carp anglers predominantly put all their bait for the carp, so the bream follow suit. So today I'm fishing positively for one, but just refining it a little bit.
Should we have a close look at this rig while you've got it in?
Yeah, definitely. So I've plumbed to the bottom of my body with a 6-inch hook link to start with, and then I've put a 9-inch hook link on, so there's like 3-4 inches on the deck. But then I've got, I call it like a ligging on rig, if you like. I like quite a lot of shot on my rigs. Basically just helps to make a boom so you don't tangle. And then what you do is your shot just gets separated slightly further and further apart. And the idea is you have a long line of lead which just super secures your rig to the bottom, and then a 14 hook with there's a little piece of corn on.
Let's have a little look at that float.
So I am being selective in how I'm fishing.
And positive.
But you know, and it's a decent sized float. It's a Mavis Signature Series 1. The line passes inside through the float, and it's a 2 gram. So basically what I want the bulk to get down and fishing, so it's not intercepted through the water. That's been something really important today, because there is, as you can see, there's absolutely, the peg is alive with fish. So to get that bait down, get it fishing as quick as possible has been really important. But now as everything bream and skimmer fishing this time of year, look, it's nearly 30 degrees.
Yeah, oh, it's a warm one today.
It's warm, but we have still caught some skimmers. So by fishing the way I'm fishing, I'm giving my chance of a better fish, a better stamp fish, but I'm also just refining it a little bit so I can catch fish like roach, small skimmers, and then if a bream or a skimmer or even a lucky tench comes along, you know, I can catch it.
Because you wouldn't by any stretch say this is ideal bream conditions, would you?
Oh, no. If it was overcast, windy, you know, nice and cool, then I'd think I've got a chance here. But there you go. See, the fish are just starting to be a little bit of a pain because they're coming off the bottom at the moment. Yeah. So.
And that was interesting what you were saying about the roach. Actually, could the skimmers kind of put the roach off? The roach come up in the water.
Yeah. So when I've fished matches here in the past, when the skimmers come into your peg, because they're decent skimmers, they're like ½ ounce to £1.5 pounds, which is decent sized skimmers, you know, to be caught. I don't think the roach will feed with them. So I think what happens is the roach come above and pick off the bits that are coming off your ground bait. Whereas the skimmers, when they're feeding on the bottom, they're quite aggressive and they're like colouring everything up and the particles are coming through the water. The roach will actually sit above it and just pick off the bits that the skimmers are puffing up off the bottom. And that's the reason why you're getting, you know, a lot of missed bites and things like that, because the roach are just ravenous in the peg.
Yeah.
Whereas that's the reason why I'm fishing such a heavy float, to just try and get it down and get it fishing.
Yeah, and even then you've had lift bites and the float held up quite a lot.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Should we talk a bit about, we've covered the rig, should we talk a bit about the bait side of things, Matt?
Yeah, so really simple. So all I've got on my side tray is, that's mainline F1 sweet and F1 dark 50-50. It's like a greeny sweet fish meal mix, which I love.
Smells great.
Yeah, which I absolutely love for this style of fishing. You know, it's a known thing. You know, these greeny sweet fish meal mixes have really come to the fore this sort of last few years, and for me, it's the perfect colour, and it's the perfect colour for here. You know, it's a deep venue, quite clear, and that's what I imagine the bottom of the lake is going to be like. You know, dark, and I just want to, there's a fish now. I just want to try and match the hatch, if you like.
Yes.
And just keep it not too,
you don't want it to be too blatant, do you?
No, I want it to blend in, and I don't want it to be like, you know, a bright ground bait. I mean, look at the size of that roach.
Let's just have a look, because they're immaculate fish
Yeah,
as well, aren't they?
It's probably that. It's probably never been caught.
Look at that.
They're just stunning fish.
Look at that in the sunlight.
Absolutely stunning, aren't they? But yeah, we're just, you know, feeding a bit of ground bait. I'm being selective, but the way I'm fishing and the way I have fished, I haven't gone over the top with what I've put in.
Yeah.
But I'm just giving myself chance of catching everything that swims. So yeah, the choice of ground bait is F1 dark and F1 sweet, 50-50. Brilliant mix for everything, really. It's not too positive. It's a sweet fish meal mix, but fish like roach, skimmers, bream, tench, everything is going to come over this mix.
Yeah.
And then all I'm doing is I'm putting a bit of corn into it. I've probably put, you know, there's not much corn gone in, really, I don't think. And then I do something different with my micro pellets. So a lot of people will just use one type of pellet, whereas I don't. I like to put, at mainline we've got two types. We've got cell pellets, which are like a softer sort of skretting style pellet, if you like. And then we've got the activated pellets, which are a little bit tougher, more like a Coppens pellet, if you like, take on more water, a little bit more rough. And I like to mix them 50-50. I think you're giving the fish textures to try and textures to feed on, and they're not getting bored by just one type of pellet, which is what I like to do. I've always done it. So I just got, at the start, I put 4 balls in with a handful of micros in, 20-30 grains of corn, and that was it. And then we left it, and then all of a sudden you start getting more bites, and then you can do little tricks like I've done with a sloppy ball.
And the more the session goes on, the better the peg is getting, isn't it?
Yeah, it's it always, what you'll find is when you're fishing on venues like this with a lot of fishing. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a massive venue, but it's absolutely teeming with fish. It's frightening how many fish are in this lake.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge expanse of water,
I mean,
isn't
you can
it?
see how many fish are in front of us now. You know, they're only small fish, but it's absolutely teeming with life, which is brilliant. You know, that's what you want. But it's very hard sometimes to, well, it's not hard, but it's easy to get it wrong. And if you're not catching on places like this, the temptation is to just fill it in. And for me, it's the wrong way to go.
Yeah.
You know, we've put them 4 balls in at the start, and then it's started quite slow. You know, I'll be honest, it was quite slow. But then eventually, we've got them feeding now, and we're coming back with either a chunky roach or a decent hand-sized skimmer to a pound skimmer.
Yeah.
So, you know, we've got it right, but it just takes a bit of time.
Yes. And you were just going to say about the top-up balls, the slop the mix up a bit.
Yeah.
Which is in this little tub here.
So basically, all I've done is, that's my initial mix. You can see how soft that is. I mean, that would form a ball and get down to the bottom, no problem. But what I want to try and do is, when I fed my initial balls, I fed them quite short. So I come back a foot of where I was fishing, and I fed my initial balls. Then what I'm doing is I'm topping up with this, and it looks an absolute mess. It looks on the verge of paste, if anything. But what it does, it goes down to the bottom, and it doesn't break up as quick. It just sits there in a ball on the bottom, and when the fish feed on it, they break it up quickly, and it just like turns into mush, and there's a lot of food in there. So I think what happens is it clouds the peg up a little bit, and it just tricks them into feeding in like a little area in your peg.
Yeah.
Just makes a little bit of cloud.
Yeah.
And it just spurs them on to feed even better.
Yeah, it's interesting that. Exactly the same mix, but just a different consistency.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, consistency for skimmers, you know, you've only got to look at what the feeder lads do. You know, they're putting little tiny windows in of really sloppy ground bait to make a column going through there. Oh, I just bumped one there. A little column of bait going through the water to entice a fish to come down. It's exactly the same on the pole.
Yes.
You know, if you're doing it on the feeder, then try it on the pole. It really does work.
A peg is alive, isn't it?
Yeah. It's
But all little, just small roach, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. It's like this on every single peg. Every single peg on the venue is like this. If we was to fish for roach properly, and not like, you know, if I was to have maggots, casters, hemp, things like that, then we'd have a brilliant day fishing for roach. But I wanted to be a little bit target specific.
Yeah.
And go down the skimmers, try and get the skimmers and the bream. And fishing the way I am, it just doesn't get any better. It's just stunning venue, stunning place, and the fishing is just top notch.
Little birdie told me also that it might be up for sale.
Yeah, so
So if you've got a spare 3 million.
Yeah, it'll cost you a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it's definitely up for sale. You get the golf course.
Imagine it.
You get 3 lakes. You get all the fish stock. Oh, there's a skimmer now. So,
Nice little Euro Millions win.
oh yeah, get that Euro Millions won someone and get this place brought. I mean, look at them.
I mean that's a small one as well, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
From what we've been catching, that is a small.
Let's have a good look at that one.
Look how it's hooked as well. Look at that, Al. That's 10 out of 10, that. That's beautiful, that is. But yeah, that's a small one for what we've caught today. I mean, that's probably 5-6 ounces.
Well, they've been over £1, haven't they?
Yeah, they've been over £1, some of them. But you can see that it's absolutely rammed with fish. And I love coming here. You know, it's a brilliant venue, not far from my house. And it's just...
It's a lovely place to spend the day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's rammed with fish.
Yeah, and they've had some big events on here recently, haven't they, as well?
Yep, so they have, they've had the Real Elite final here, which is what Richie Parry runs every year. It's a doubles-based team event. Brilliant event, qualifiers all the way through the year. That's a really good event. And the final is either here or Rudyard. The final was here this year and it fished incredibly well. You know, 30-40 pound was quite common in most of the areas. You know, was catching 30-40 pound of fish, and then there was loads of backup weights in the mid-20s. You know, early teens, loads. Just brilliant days fishing. And they've just had the is it the Super League? Super League, the teams of 5 Super League. So they've had that here as well, and they have the Feeder Masters qualifiers here. Very good fishing. You can catch. The main thing I like about it, Al, is you can come here and catch on anything. Yeah. You can fish a waggler, you can fish a slider, you can fish pole, you can fish a feeder, you can fish a whip. Yeah. You know, it's so varied, you can catch on absolutely anything. Yeah, and because it's so deep in this area as well. Yeah. I mean, it's a perfect venue for me. I've been coming here to practice for when I was going to the Euros and things like that. So I've used it as like a practice session for going to that sort of thing. Makes complete sense, yeah. Well, guys, stunning venue.
absolutely brilliant day out with Matt. If you want to check out a bit more info on today's feature, then pick yourself up a copy of the latest issue of Match Fishing magazine, where you'll find all the pics and info from Matt. But I think on this one, that's it from us for now, guys. Hope you've learnt a little something there that you can put into practice.
Ooh.
Whack. Another one.
That's another skimmer.
Let's have a last little look at another skimmer then.
You wanted to go then as well, didn't you?
No. I'm here all day.
He's here all day. Well, this is the sort of stamp ones we've been catching.
Look at that in the clear water. Not sure you can even see
So
that.
just try and keep it nice and low in your peg.
Trying to find
then
it. There it is.
Literally just do that. That's a better one. I'd say it's about the same as the last one. A little bit bigger than the last one.
Yeah, look at that, look how clean they are.
They're just immaculate, mate. And they're the only fish that I see with like these little black spots on them.
Yeah.
And the roach are the same, aren't they?
Yeah.
See the roach before that we
covered
had?
in black spots.
Yeah. Beautiful, aren't they? Beautiful little fish.
Brilliant venue. Like I say, got a spare 3 mil knocking about. Tucked under the mattress somewhere.
Get it brought.
Yeah, get it bought. Right guys, thanks for this one. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Maybe share this video with someone if you think they could find it helpful. And we shall catch you next time. Cheers, Matt.
See you soon.